วัสดีครับพัทยา lawyer พลเทพวิรชน Today I'm going to talk to you about the extradition and deportation under Thai law. We will talk about the practical aspect and the framework of law, rules and regulation about this. Okay, you may hear about the football player from Bahrain, Mr. Hakim, who seek the asylum in Australia, and he became a refugee in Australia who enjoyed the asylum status, and he came to Thailand for his honeymoon, and in front of the immigration officer at the airport, he was detained by the immigration police of Thailand because he has a red notice from the Interpol, say that he is wanted by the warrant of arrest in the member countries, and the country who requests that red notice is Bahrain. And in this case, you can see that there are three countries who involved in this dilemma. The first one is Thailand. The second one is Bahrain, and the third one is Australia. And you can see that. And what could the Thai immigration police can do? You know, a person in front of you, you check this is a person whose name is announced in the red notice of the headquarters of the Interpol. By whatever reason you don't know, but it's clear that this person is wanted by a country, that is Bahrain, who issued the warrant of arrest. And insider information, you know how could the Thai immigration police know about this red notice? It says that the Australian embassy in Thailand informed the Thai immigration police, the Thai government, Ministry of Foreign Affairs about this. So the Thai immigration police, what they can do is they have to detain. They cannot ignore, you know, because we are the member of Interpol. You know, in this world there are 194 countries being members of the Interpol. That is an international police organization with the head office in France, Lyon, France. Thailand has the commitment, international commitment, to cooperate with the Interpol, with the international organization, to prevent the crime transnational crime, evasion, or criminals who run away, who abscond from country to country. Okay, and so we have the legal framework which is called extradition. You know, extradition, it is a legal process that is recognized by many countries. Many, like England, you say that the Supreme Court of England just say that if British national, or I mean UK, British national who run away to another country, and to get that person back to be to be under the legal action in England, that person have to be repatriated or sent back to the UK by the process of extradition, not by the process of deportation, or do they call rendition. Deportation or rendition is this alternative way that is not so correct to send the person out of the country. Just cancel the visa and take that person back to the airplane, and the country who want that person can come and escort that person. That is like a kidnapping, you know. They call rendition. If you see in the movie, the rendition or deportation by this way is called disguised extradition. That is prohibited under the English law or British law, English or in the UK. It means that if that person was sent back to the UK, that person will be released, because the process of send that person back to the UK is against the law of the UK. For the extradition, Thailand, we have two criteria of extradition. I use the word criteria meaning two method, two way of extradition. If that country who asks for the extradition of any person to that country has a treaty with Thailand, that all the condition, the principle in the treaty will apply. And in Thailand, we have Extradition Act 2008 that mention about the condition, the process, everything. In the second case is, if the country to ask for the extradition doesn't have a treaty with Thailand, that the principle of international reciprocity, mutual reciprocity will be applied. It means we have to see if that country is cooperative with Thailand to send any person back on it, and vice versa, something like that. And country having treaties of extradition with Thailand, there are 16 countries, like UK, and country in the Commonwealth like Australia and Hong Kong, India, Canada, okay, and the main country will be USA, okay. country in Europe will be Belgium, and in Asia will be South Korea, not Japan. Okay. South Korea, the Philippines, Cambodia, Laos, Bangladesh, Fiji. That is a Commonwealth. Malay and India. You can see that the country like Germany has no treaty with Thailand. France has no treaty with Thailand. Okay. It means if that country doesn't have contradiction treaty with Thailand, the international principle of reciprocity between the country will be applied. Okay? But anyway, we are under the doctrine of international law. That is the human right protection or something like that. Or we have the offense that can be extradited, subject to the extradition, must be free from the political motivation. What are the political motivation? The offense which involve the politics. Okay. That some offense. Okay, if you have different idea, different something like that, surely it is not involved in politics. But sometimes you that person also commit any other offense, to make damage to property, public property, or to murder, to kill, or sometimes like a corruption, sometimes something like that, That one, Thai court will have to consider what are the level of political motivation, and practically assassination of the leader of the chief of state, the royal family, is not considered as the political offense. Okay? This one is not political offense. Okay? And in case of Mr. Hakim, you can see is political or not political offense. And who can judge that? It must be the court of justice. Okay. And the second, the punishment of the offense must be not less than 1 year. Okay, not less than 1 year, and is not extinguished by the statute of limitation or prescription statute of limitation. Okay, and one thing, that offense must be what you call double criminality. Like it is punishable under Thai law and also in other country. Okay. Sometimes some offense it exists in Thailand but not exist in other country. Give you example. In some country, but I'm not sure, not now. Before, in the UK, you can be served the capital punishment for homosexuality, But okay, maybe now they just cancel that, all the different idea of religion, or here, what you call, the heresy or something like that, that one. Okay, it must be criminal offense and punishable in both countries. Okay, and the other thing is some special offense, it cannot be extradited, like a religious belief or something like that, or what you call blasphemy. It's not like that. Okay, I just give you the rough idea about this. Okay, and now the point that the Thai immigration police use the discretion to detain Hakim, not to push him out of the country. And the law will be applied suddenly, like the period of detention. And he will be detained for how long, and what is the process. And the process will be start that the immigration police have to report the office of the Attorney General. Attorney General, or they call public prosecutor in Thailand, or Ayakan, to file the petition with the court, the criminal court, to ask for the warrant of detention, to detain, and the time will be count like if I don't forget it, about 60 days. 60 days it count already, and that time the case will be go to the criminal court, and the criminal court will give the chance for the public prosecutor to explain about the reason, evidence, reason, document, witnesses, why this person should be extradited or sent back to the country who requests for the extradition. And vice versa, the detainee or Hakim shall have the right to defend, to explain, about everything, to explain about this is a political offense with the political motivation, and now he enjoyed the asylum right or refugee in the third country, Australia, and Australia has a treaty with the Kingdom of Thailand, and he can explain everything that he should be extradited or not extradited, and the court have to wait and listen and to make a judgment. But you can see that many pressure, Thailand under the pressure that we never involved in this deal, and what can we do? Because how can we know that Hakim has the red notice by the Australian embassy to inform us? And what can we do? We don't know anything. We don't know much about him. We just know that we have to detain him, do whatever, and wait for and the request of Bahrain to send back. We cannot use the disguised extradition, like a deportation or rendition, or push him out, because we have to wait for the country involved. It is a real dilemma for Thailand. But the law never say that if we find the way, amicable way, reciprocal way between these three countries. Australia, they have to protect a person, their national or person who have the asylum status in their country. They have the right. You can see that the Australian Prime Minister called our Prime Minister, and I heard that even our Prime Minister called the Prince of Bahrain. I'm sorry if I make mistake, to explain to something like that, because we are in the middle, okay, and but the law never forced that, okay, that the government or the executive power cannot do anything. If we find the appropriate solution, even the government can withdraw, can ask the office of the Attorney General to withdraw the petition that, okay, the government want to drop the case of the extradition, and Hakim can go back to Australia, that the country that he called his home, something like that. And finally, Thailand, we are lucky enough that with the diplomatic approach, we can talk to Bahrain, Australia, and Thailand. And I heard that even Thailand asked Bahrain and Australia to talk to each other, that what can we do? And Bahrain just say, okay, no problem. They drop the extradition request, and Australia accept Hakim can go back home. And now, if you search in the internet, Hakim, he say thank you to Thai government, thank you to people around him, even his friend in the detention center, because I'm sure that he will come back to Thailand again. He will come back to Phuket, to Chiang Mai, to Pattaya, to Bangkok again, to enjoy his beautiful life. And now, for you can see that we still have the law, the system that can guarantee our fundamental right in this country, okay? And we hope that you can digest this knowledge a little bit in order to make you to be happy in this land. Thank you very much.